What's the difference between like and love? Like is of my mind and senses. Love is of my heart and spirit. I like chocolate. Okay? I could even say I love chocolate. But really what I mean is I like it a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I don't become one with the chocolate. Hopefully. Like is something that is pleasing to me. It is pleasing to my senses. I like a particular type of music. I like a certain color. I like a type of food. It's pleasing to one of my senses. It tastes good. It smells good. It feels good. I like when you touch me like that. Again, I may say I love it, but really what I mean is I like it a lot. It's pleasing to me. I like it when you clean up your room. It is pleasing to me. It is something specific. If you say, I like that person, and I say to you, well, tell me, what do you like about them? Chances are, assuming that you really do like them, you'd be able to give me a list of things. Maybe you could say, well, you know, this person is so caring and generous that whenever they bring a sandwich for lunch from home, they always bring one for me. Or this person is so kind that whenever they're going to buy themselves a cup of coffee, they always get me one. Or, you know, this person is so thoughtful and so caring that they've learned the names of all of my children and my parents and my siblings, and whenever I meet them, they don't just say, how's the family? They say, you know, how's Tina and how's this one? They call all of my children by name. They know my wife's name. They pay attention. You know, we could come up with dozens of things that we like about our friends. Love is not of a thing. It's not temporary. It's not a temporary sensation. Love is an experience of that which is boundless and infinite in you, experiencing its own boundless, infinite state, typically through another human being. But as I said, it happens with animals. I know people who really love their pets. I've really loved trees. So it doesn't have to be human, but it's typically human. But here's the thing. If I'm listening to Mozart play, I'm really liking it. My ears are really happy. My brain is happy. What Mozart is doing through my ears is impacting my brain in such a way that it feels really good. If I walk out of the room where the Mozart is playing, and I keep walking further and further and further and further away from the music, the impact on my ears and my brain is going to lessen with every step I take. If I get down the block, I'm no longer liking the music. I can't even hear the music anymore. I've left the music back in my house a block away. There's no more remaining impact on my ears or on my brain. I have to go back to my house, sit back in my living room, listen again to it in order to be impacted. But if I love you and you're in my house and I walk down the road, I don't feel any less love a block away. The impact on my being of being in love is not diminished by your physical distance. If I like the way chocolate tastes, and you pull the bar of chocolate out of my mouth, and you slowly step backwards, 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 well, the experience of liking the chocolate is going to dissipate very quickly from my mouth. The pleasure reaction in my brain is going to stop. It's got a very, very short half-life. But if I'm loving you, you could keep taking steps back, and I'm going to keep loving you, and I'm still just as touched by loving you, and that hasn't been changed at all. You could go out to the store, miles away. I'm still swimming in loving you. So like is very dependent upon that which you like. Being right there. Love is something that changes me on the inside, and I carry with me. So like is either about the senses or it's about what you do. As I said, for example, he always gets me, a cup of coffee when he goes to get one for himself. Well, if he goes out to get himself a cup of coffee without bringing me one, enough times in a row, I'm going to stop liking him so much. Right? So God, he used to be a really nice guy. Something's happened. He's gotten really cheap. My liking was very superficial. Love is very deep. Love is something that another being opens within us. It's like we're all walking around with these oceans of love within us, but they're sort of capped, and so we don't know they're there, so we're feeling very, very empty. And then every once in a while you have an experience of being in love, whether it's with a person, an animal, a tree, whether it's with God, Ganga, sitting on the banks of Ganga. It could be an experience of love anywhere. And what it does is it pulls that cap off the geyser of love from within you, and it just... And now love is flowing inside you. The being who pulled that cap off may be miles away, gone to work, gone shopping. But I'm still being bathed in what's been an uncapped ocean of love. So that's what love is. Love gives us an experience of the truth of who we are, which is infinite and boundless. But it tends to be, other than very deep meditation, it tends to be the only experience we have of that in the body. Which is why it's so important. It's why the path of bhakti is something that is emphasized so much. Love for God, right? You love another being, well, chances are eventually they're going to lie to you, they're going to betray you, they're going to hurt you, they're going to leave you, and now you're destroyed. When it's love of God, it just grows and grows and grows and grows. It's like that beautiful song that we sing in the Sankirtan and the Arti. Sabse unchi prem sagai. The highest form of love is love for God. So if you can go straight there, nothing like it. Otherwise, don't worry. Whoever you love, Just recognize, like we did in this experience, recognize that what you're loving is divine. I mean, if you did the experiment with somebody you don't know, clearly you couldn't love them. You don't even know them. If you were able to tap into something to love, it was spirit, it was soul, it was divinity. See if you can do that as you move through the world. It'll help you touch the possibility of love.